In today's Eye on Lifestyle, as we head into May, many workers are getting back to business as usual, but it doesn't come without its struggles. Recent studies show about half of those returning to work have anxiety surrounding it. But Nikki Karnowski joins us this morning with some tips to quell your fears and tame your stress and anxiety. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Jenna. You know, it's been a long time since many have been in their physical workspaces and buildings, and things have changed, so much. With those changes, it can be normal for people to experience some kind of anxiety. The important thing is really acknowledge that in the first step and know that while that's normal, we don't want to stay there. We don't want to just stop there. Taking inventory of what we're thinking about, the thoughts that are going into our mind, really assessing those. Are they realistic? Are we exaggerating things maybe out of proportion? Write those down, sort them out. That's really the first step to tackling this.
Absolutely. And it can also really help to start to focus on the positive, the things that we can control and the things that are going well. So what are some other things that can help with returning to work fears?
Yeah, another thing, really getting to the root of things and determining, are you feeling grief or anxiety? With all the stress, some have lost loved ones, so much of normal life has been impacted, and some people are actually experiencing grief responses, and that can be confused with anxiety. So it can be helpful to, talk to a counselor to process some of these emotions surrounding, grief, or determining, is this grief I'm feeling or anxiety? So that is really something, that grief process that shouldn't be quelled if you're in the middle of that or going through that.
Absolutely. Super important after the year that we've all experienced. We could all really benefit from seeing a good counselor, talking it out. And you also have some last ways to help us too here, Nikki.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, just setting good boundaries with what feels comfortable for you when you go back to work. Everyone has a different level of what's right for them. So, set those boundaries and be okay with what's right for you. Some people will be handshakers, some will be huggers. Others, will want a little nod from afar. So respect your boundaries and others too. And then just ease into things as much as you can. People have gone from being at home probably 100% of the time to back in the workforce. If you're able to, shift to do 2 to 3 days back on for a while and just ease into things, that is a great way. And really be patient with yourself in the process. I guess the last thing then would just be, focus on the uplifting thoughts. What is the good of the day? Just like you said, Jenna, focus on what you can control and, think of the positive.
Absolutely. Those are all helpful things that we can all use as workplaces reopen and we start to kind of see things get back to normal here. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, Nikki. We will see you next week.